We'll be back from the break as we sum it up with entertainment business, heading into the business insights. Just roughly, we're talking about how the musicians and those in the entertainment sector are supposed to have a team now, every particular stakeholder.
Yeah, every stakeholder. Actually, everyone in the entertainment industry, if you own a club, you own anything, anything that really attracts entertainment.
Yes.
There is a tax that you urge to. There is a percentage. Actually, each person has a different rate they pay. An artist different, promoter different.
Yes.
Then the person you are an event owner. I mean organizer.
Okay.
You get that. You have these people that are hire the artist sound systems. You own a club and there is something going on there. You must.
So it is.
Must be
In simple
like,
terms, it's Uganda Revenue Authority trying to tap into the revenue from the entertainment sector.
because, bro, let me tell you. Do you know that the entertainment industry is part of the service sector? And it's estimated that the service sector contributes about 17 trillion shillings
to the country.
within that. So there is a
Okay.
portion of the entertainment. So the Uganda Revenue Authority finds it relevant to tap.
Or sometimes the kind of lifestyle those in entertainment leaves a lot of questions.
Questions about how much they spend. Hope in reality, it's really what we see is what is really behind the scenes.
Of course, there are quite a number of steps for anyone to acquire a TIN number, rather a TIN, I almost call it again, the tax identification number. If at all you want to acquire a TIN, you can easily go onto the URA portals and, of course, log into all those particular details, www.ura.go.ug for more steps on how to acquire one. If you are in the entertainment business. Now, besides that, we're crossing over to the business insights this particular morning. And of course, as we look at the insight today, we are basically eyeing the Uganda-made motherboards. And of course, there are lots of new innovations within the country. And it's something that Barija Andrew, who does the Smart Tech show, can clearly give us a brief about it. When you look at these particular Ugandan-made motherboards, are they quite the same to those that are being imported into the country?
Well, John, this is what I'm going to say. Motherboards that are made from China are manufactured based on the conditions that the Chinese go through. Okay. Remember, this is a board where there is some imprint. Remember, it's designed in a computer, then imprinted. There are machines which are imprinted, and it comes up with that particular design. It's like the center stage of the entire device, where communications, programming, and all that. So motherboards that are manufactured in China are okay, but they're manufactured based on the conditions of the Chinese. So now these Ugandan manufacturers, when they're manufacturing these motherboards, the technology they embed favors the conditions that are in Uganda. They are different. Now, that's where people always get it wrong and they think, no, they are manufactured according to their conditions. And these ones, we are manufacturing them according to our conditions as Ugandans. And now these are motherboards running amplifiers. It's very amazing.
Oh, okay. And of course, the Ugandan-made motherboards, in this insight, we get to understand how they're made, how effective are they, and of course, how you can actually get them, you as someone in the ICT sector.
I used to repair these equipments. So I've been in electronics for a number of years. But then I realized that no, it's better we make these things in Uganda. We have the brains, it's much easier for us to have everything done here in Uganda. But usually we get challenges because of better components to use. Then also, of course, as a Ugandan, our economy is not that good yet. So we suffer that. But these things can be made here. Anything that you have ever thought of can be made in Uganda. We have the brains to do these things. We have the capacity. Actually, we can have the best. You see, the problem is we always think that those people with their color, they give us the best. No, they don't. They do whatever they do based on their situation, on their conditions. But if we were to do ours here, ours would be much more better based on Uganda. First of all, the challenges we have in Uganda are totally different from what they have that side. Our power fluctuation here is, for them, don't have a power fluctuation. Here in Uganda, whereby that if we were to make something that is to work against our problem, would be much more better than them. Talking of electronics, we get better components. Once we get better components, for ourselves here, we'll be able to deliver first-class handwork, which I don't think for them. Sometimes you see, okay, a little bit of politics a bit. You know when they tell us about, when they talk about telling us about democracy, every country would have its own democracy based on their own problems. That's even us, if we are to get good components, we'll be able to make things really which will suit us. Have you ever seen someone complaining about our food? Well, how come they can't talk about our food, but again they discuss about whatever? Because they don't have food that side for us, we have food. So basically, to cut the show short, here in Uganda we have the capacity to do what we can do. And again, another thing, for these politicians, they don't believe in us. They believe a Ugandan is a Ugandan. Eat and sleep. They can't think that you can reach a level of developing a technology that can really help us Uganda. But again, I thank the government again on the other side. They brought this thing of Bubu by Uganda. That one, really, if you are to get support from the government, we can do much. Aside, we train, we make these things for our own living. Then aside also we train guys from different colleges. They come here, we give them knowledge on how to proceed with this kind of work. So we do a lot. And on aside, so we developed irrigation system, which my president has been talking about for all the years. So we developed it. We are on about 90%. To still, it's electronics, mainly electronics. So still, we would want also to, if the government can support us, then we'll be able to do much for our country. I began repairing these amplifiers in 2005. 2005. Since then, I have got maybe like about 5 complaints from my customers actually, because due to bad components that we get. But you see, once you make an amplifier from, when it's designed here in Uganda, it's designed based on the voltage that we use. Our 240, you know, 220 volts to 260 volts. The guy in Japan or in wherever, they have a standard voltage, whereby if they make something from that side, it is to work that side. For us in Uganda here, it's like we don't exist. So other people, yes, of course, some of them complain, they say the other one is much more clear, you know, those can't miss. But most of the people, again, they love using what we have made here, because they will serve them longer. You know, Ugandans, you want to buy something, not too much, not very expensive, but again, use it for quite a number of times, you know. So we look at that kind of durability. The durability that we look at, we do that, okay, we achieve that mainly based on our problem. Because now imagine it's you, Mr. Who came to me, you want an amplifier, and I've just given you something which can't perform for a number of years. Then tomorrow you want to come back to me. You can't even now recommend. Yeah, so we do that. Now you see, Chinese, I've been in China before. The way they do their stuff, even those who have never gone to school, they have workshops. You get? They do these things. So that's why we always get too much counterfeit. And they have spoiled our work so much. So we'd love to make these things here in Uganda. Actually, it should be in Uganda. Then now they spread to other countries. Because we have got too much market now, as East African community. Imagine if everything is made in Uganda, being the heart of East Africa now. You get? Those days they could say, Uganda is a land-locked country. No, we are no more land-locked. It's now Uganda to different countries, Africa. So we would have, actually we call upon the president and people working under him to support us. They got support and support wrong people, by the way. The program is that support people, but they support wrong people. Even those who are supporting, they don't know those who take the support. Okay, leave it up. But again, the truth is, we want the government to support us. We will be able to have these things made here. You see, the more you make, the more guys, the more these students get jobs. The more they get jobs, the more ideas they generate. At the time, financially, if they can be supported financially, and we are given an opportunity to work as a group like young engineers, young innovators, we are given a group to opportunity to work. Yes, the opportunities are there. Government is okay. We work, but I mean, like in this line of we are supporting you. We can monitor you. We can also find where to sell your things. You get. That kind of support is what we require from them. Finance mainly. Another thing, you find they pick someone, they can now pick a minister. Maybe, I don't know, whether minister or whatever they can pick, who has no idea in these things. And now they are using to go and deliver money to us. People, such kind of people are really wrong people. Sometimes don't get anything. I can give you a scenario. I'm a farmer back in the village. There's time when I wanted the Nad's cow. The person who was the coordinator had asked me 500,000 to pay for a cow, which the government has given me for free. I had everything that they needed, but I ended up not having it. But didn't know how much people would have helped in the village. So the money lands in wrong hands. So we need to. I would rather work with UPDF. We would rather work with UPDF. That would be the best for us. That I can tell you. So, for that matter, really, if the government can support us, we still have more ideas. We still have, we have a lot. I studied in India. In India, Indian military could come to my university to look for ideas, missile technology. What they just come and randomly ask you a question. If you face this problem, how would you solve it? So these are the skills we need now to bring in Uganda, but we cannot because we are financially handicapped. Yeah, so that's the thing. So the government really, if they can help us, we will move on very well. These thugs that you saw on the street, those people have brains, by the way. They have got brains. One thing that surprised me when I was in those countries studying, East Africans, guys from Rwanda, Kenya, wherever, those who are excelling in class, at least one would tell you, no, I studied in Uganda, either primary or secondary. That attachment of Uganda is already there. So which means Ugandans, we are good. We are very good. Just because we don't have people to support us, like we don't have a clear way, really clear way to. In China, when you go to China, government of China, like us young innovators, there is a bank specifically for those guys. Uganda can afford that.
I was really hoping that they would.
Okay, and of course our discussions here now are basically rotating around the pothole situation in Uganda. Besides the motherboards that are being made in the country, now our issue is rotating around the potholes that have become a very huge, point of discussion within social media users, amongst the social media users, amongst the road users themselves. Apparently, some people do believe they are no longer potholes, rather holes that are being dug within the city, because some of the city roads have huge potholes within town, and this is actually affecting a lot of business people within the time, because if you want to stretch your time and wake up quite early, get to work in time, well, the potholes will delay you somehow. There's some accidents attached to it. Now imagine someone who has a delivery sort of business and you're using motorcyclists at the end of the day. How will you be able to deliver on time, or as well deliver products that are not damaged at all? So I do have Ron and Ahabo here with me this morning, and our discussion is basically rotating around Kampala City Council Authority's 2023 plan to repair these roads and of course setting up drainage systems to ensure that we do not incur more costs that are brought by road maintenance and of course the destruction of the roads here. So Rona, if you're to look at this, what should we be expecting as the viewers of Business Today? What are you likely working on, and what is this issue all about?
Good morning, Sonko. Good morning to our viewers.
Okay.
The issue of potholes has really become something else. Actually, I saw a meme somewhere where someone said that I'm convinced someone wakes up at night and digs these potholes.
And digs the potholes.
Yes. So KCCA 5 days ago, 6 announced that they are going to embark on reconstruction or repairing or rehabilitation of some of these roads.
Yeah.
And this will be done in of course in the most affected roads.
Okay.
But yesterday I saw some maintenance works by KCCA, and I'm shocked I didn't see any works on the Port Bay Road, because that road is terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible. The potholes are something else. So I'm really hoping today to find out why they chose those certain roads, because most of the roads are going to be worked on mainly starting February 2023.
Okay.
And then the Chitezi Road, the famous one, everyone that the one that everyone talks about will be worked on in September 2023. But I'm
That's
wondering
a
why.
huge stretch.
Yes, that's such a huge stretch. So I'm really hoping that with the rehabilitation and repairing of these roads, Ugandans can be able to achieve some productivity, because one of the reasons why people delay to get to work is because of congestion, and congestion is majorly caused by these potholes, the jam. Talk of the road accidents. You have seen how much has been, how many Ugandans have been admitted in hospitals
In the last 3 weeks.
in regards to accidents. So potholes really, they've become something else. They're like a disease. A disease in the economy.
It has become worse in the last 1 month leading to this one of January 2023. And of course, there is also a breakdown of these particular roads that KCCA will be working on. So the people from Makindye, Luafu Road has been highlighted, and it will be worked upon as well in February, as Ron has been identifying that most of these roads will be worked upon next month. So KCCA intends to start working upon them next month. And there's Salama Road, the Port Bell Road, there's the Old Port Bell Road and Spring Road for the people around Bugolobi areas. The Wamala Road in Lubaga, Old Mubende Road, Lubaga, and on Apollo Chiveblaya, Albert Cook Road Junction, Lubaga. There is the Bulange Junction, Tigala Road, still around Lubaga. So as you can see on the screen, that is what KCCA intends to do in regards to the roads and drainage constructions this year. Well, the others will be highlighted in September. The others were highlighted to be dealt with in September, which includes Queensway, including Chibuye Junction, the Chebando Ring Road, that is Kawempe, then Kisasi 2 Road in Kawempe Division as well, and then something to do with the 7th Street, 6th Street, 5th Street. These ones are February. So as you can see there, some of these roads will be dealt with in February. Okay, the Sabagabo, we've got Salama Road and Zambia Hanyon, Kabalagala Junction. So all those have been having issues with potholes, and they've actually been the same routes with the heavy traffic jam, especially around 8 a.m. and in the evening hours of 5 to 6, stretching over to 8 p.m. of course. So Kampala City Council Authority intends to work on these particular roads, as well as fixing the drainage systems to ensure that at least people get to work in time, and the smooth running of activities within the city, and for the road users to benefit. So I think, Ron, as we are summing up with our discussion here, it's high time. This clearly shows that the government, if people show out their grievances, or put them out there, the government is willing to work on them swiftly.
Depends. It depends. I don't want to touch on the political side of it, but I do know why is the Chitezi Road pushed to September. Have you tried to find out who's a member of parliament from that side and which political party he represents? So certain things, of course, you just have to leave them unmentioned. But of course, I really hope that by February we'll have some stable road usage.
Of course.
Yes.
And we shall be giving you all those particular details, and in a more further report by Ron and Ahabwe in Business Today, you'll be getting to understand what KCCA intends to start, why others have been pushed to September, of course, and when the exercise is likely to kickstart off. Of course, they prefer that, not only the month, but when will it start off, how much money will be put into the exercise, that and more will be coming up on Business Today. And of course, after the break, we have a bigger discussion still with the potholes, where Barigi Andrew is on ground, and he will be telling us or giving us a glimpse of some of those potholes for you to see what KCCA intends to cover up.